What's good, folks? It's Chi here, and I just wanted to get into some wholesale tips and tricks that I have real quick for basically calling agents, doing agent outreach, right? So for agent outreach, a lot of people are using a CRM such as REI Reply, which is great CRM. I highly recommend it to text agents or even to call agents through REI Reply and just kind of use the dialer for that kind of thing. And that's always a good thing, and I'll advocate for that. But some of you don't want to spend the money or don't have the money, or just starting out and need a cheap way to kind of dial or text. The whole idea of texting could be a little bit scary to people who are just starting in the business, because you can hear about getting flagged as spam. Just cold calling people, you can get flagged as spam. So how do we eliminate that? Well, when you're dialing agents, you don't have to really worry about that as much, because agents are businesses and they're supposed to be aware of that. So they're aware that people are going to randomly call them to try and render their services, right? So that's how we get around that. But for me, what I like to do is develop a rapport with these people by calling them when they have listings. I like to focus on active agents. So anyway, I pulled this active agent list, as was probably shown in my last video. And now I'm going to show you how to put it into your Google contact list so you can dial them from your actual phone. You don't have to use a CRM. You don't have to spend any of that extra money. If you haven't done a deal yet, you want to be able to do this from your phone. And I kind of have gotten to the point where I kind of recommend calling agents from your phone. So when you start getting into these deals, they can call you back and you're not having to go through another app to kind of answer the phone. The app can be a little bit clunky. If you're on a phone call and you get a phone call through the app, it kind of sometimes will merge together, and you can hear all kinds of funky stuff happens when you're using the app rather than just using your actual phone. So I'm a big advocate of using your phone as much as possible. And when you're dialing agents or texting agents, this allows you to do that. Now, a lot of people are like, well, we like to do mass text blasts to agents. Well, cool thing is there is actually a software that I've just found that I'm testing out that will allow you to do mass text from your own phone and from your own phone number, from a cell phone. You don't have to go through a CRM. You don't have to do any kind of fancy programming. You can just hit the go button on your phone and it will start to send out the text blast. Now, of course, there's some caveats to that, and you don't want to get, again, hit as spam. But again, if you're dealing with agents that you've developed a rapport with and you're just kind of following up, doing your follow-ups, I think this will work perfectly. And I am, again, testing it, and I will give you that later on in another video. But as for now, what we're going to be dealing with is just pulling a list and putting it in your phone system so that you can reach out to these folks pretty regularly. Now let's take a look here. So here we have my list, and you may start with a list just like this, and you may not be able to see the names and numbers because, of course, with YouTube I have to blur all that stuff so that they don't shut this video down. So anyway, I'm going to go up here and go to File. I'm going to download this list as a CSV file. I've opened another tab here. We're going to go to Google Contacts. I'm going to find that real quick. All right. So again, you have people that you can't see because I have to blur it out. But right here on the left here, you'll see something that says import. This is where you can import a list. I'm going to hit import there. Now, before we import, let me just go over a couple of things. So you can see I have all these labels. I have 919 agents in here. My appliance guys for when I have to take appliances out of properties. Anyway, I have these lists or labels rather that basically will allow you to categorize people you know, I got my family members are in here under family. I have friends, a friends list. Only got 10 friends. um, People who help me with Facebook ads. So I got all this kind of stuff in here. So you're going to want to create a label. So we're going to create a label called active agents. Now you're going to think of this like tags, right? If you've ever done any CRM work, you know that you tag everything so that you can kind of keep it in order, some sort of order. So we have the active agent right here at the top. Okay, active agents is that label. We're going to go to import, and now when we see, we're going to put this as active agents, and I'm going to click agents as well because they are agents, but we just want to make sure that we know that these people are active. The reason we pulled this list is so that we know that people are actually putting up listings on the MLS. That's how we know they're active. If they have had listings in, you know, the past few months, I think we pulled a list that was like 3 months or something like that. So agents who had sold a deal, it might have been in the past year, but I did that video a few days ago. So anyway, the agents that we're looking for are actively working deals. So that's why we're pulling this list. We have the active agent list. I'm pulling it in. You can't see this for some reason. It's not showing that on your screen, but I'm actually pulling the list from my files. I've got it here. That is the file, the active agent list. We're going to import it. You can see it on the left there. It is pulling them in. Well, you can't see it because my face is there. All right. But anyway, it's done. And sometimes this hadn't worked in the past. Like, for whatever reason, we had a problem where they just weren't working. I'm gonna move my my face off the screen here so you can kind of see this. So here on the right here is where, if you had been watching while it was uploading, this would have told you it was working, and now it's all done. So it also gives you another tag which is imported on 8/8. So that is today's date. So it tags you, it automatically tags it with the date. So now we have all these agents here in our list. Some of them are duplicates because when we pulled the list, they had done multiple transactions within the year. So the people that we see more than once are people who are doing lots of deals. Now it's saying, now that you've imported, would you like to look for duplicates? And we're going to say yes. We don't want a whole bunch of duplicates in our system, so we're going to find the duplicates and eliminate those. Okay. Let's see, we got a couple of duplicates. We're going to kind of merge the duplicates if they have the same number. I don't think this is a duplicate. I think these people just happen to have the same first and last name on my list. I'm going to merge this one. They have two different numbers. This person, I'm not real sure about, but I'm going to merge the numbers anyway. All right. So now they have two numbers, these people. And that's it. So now if we go to the active agents, no, there's still duplicates of this person. Let's see, why don't we, let's see if we can merge them. Yeah, we'll merge these guys all together. Let's see, why can't we go through merge and fix again and see if there's any duplicates. Okay, merge duplicates. All right, so all these people are duplicates. We're going to merge all. Don't want a whole bunch of the same people. All right, so that's done. I'm going to check again to make sure no others are there. And we're good. All right, so now we have active. These are all our active agents. So now if we went into our phone and I go into the Google contacts here at the bottom, you see, let's see. Okay, so now we have active agents right there at the top, right? So then I can go into that right there at the top and I start seeing these folks and I can start dialing them if I wanted to right from the phone, right? Call this person, see what what he has, if he has any properties, that kind of thing. So it's a real cool way to add a whole bunch of agents to your phone quickly. This also allows you to, if you're starting to do deals and you need to text with these people, it makes it real simple to text them, do that sort of thing. So as you can see, your list here, you got agents, you got active agents, you got. So I also did one for closers, people I've closed deals with recently. Um, I've done them for people who've actually uh, sent me deals, leads. So I call them my lead generators. Got 151 of those folks. So that makes it easy for me to reach back out to those folks immediately and say, hey, you're a lead generator. You've sent me properties in the past. You got anything else right now that I can take a look at? That sort of thing. So hope that helps. That is basically what I have done to make my process a little bit easier and more cost effective. So I do still maintain a CRM. I still do use REI Reply, but I find that when you start developing relationships with these people, I'd rather them have my personal phone number. It just works out better for me to be calling and texting and talking to them on my personal number rather than on a CRM paid for Twilio number, which kind of keeps me separated. And sometimes I miss those calls and things like that because it goes through the CRM, and the CRM can sometimes act a little wonky. So for me, I like to use my actual phone. So that's that. You've seen me working from the phone. I prefer to work from my phone again. So I hope this is helpful. It'll help you kind of pull lists, put them directly into your phone, dial people right here. Now, if you're an Apple user, I can't say that this will help you. Maybe you can pull up numbers through your Gmail account. Maybe you can download the Google Contacts app and work things that way. I'm not sure how it works on iPhone. I just don't use iPhones. I'm kind of, since the iPod days, I've been anti Apple products except for the computer. My computer's at Apple, but everything else, I'm just, for whatever reason, I just don't like the iPhones, iPads, iPods, anything with the I, except for me. All right. So anyway, that's me. This Chi. I hope that you got something out of this. Thanks for taking a look.